I've missed you guys. Oh my god, shut the front door. Okay. Your girl's been going through it, but we're back, and I have something that I would love to share with you guys. It's going to be me and you for the next 12 days. And to start off today, we are starting with a poem that I have written for my podcast, but also that really goes with my workshop that I'm going to be offering you all at the end of these 12 days. So, let's get into it. How have you loved yourself today? A question I don't think we ask ourselves very often. Usually, we're caught up in how we love our friends and our family, our business, or our hobbies. Never do we question why the love we are giving tends to be outside of ourselves. And when we think we're loving ourselves, we're actually trying to fix who we are, a trap I found myself in recently. At the beginning stages of my brainstorming process, I wanted to name my podcast Unconditional Love, but I changed it and decided on going for a walk. I thought this made more sense considering I was speaking on the spiritual journey, the ups and downs of what it means to be human, and the conversations I would have with myself during actual walks. Yet as I was designing the cover photo and recording my intro, it never stuck. It wasn't until I had an emotional breakdown, teary-eyed and heavy-hearted, confused and overwhelmed because I was doing entirely too much. I was working out, trying to eat better, writing and posting more, going to my dance classes and traveling, yet for some reason my spirituality felt like another to-do list. It turned into, how can I perfect myself instead of how can I accept myself? I was doing all of these things, but it still never felt like enough. I never felt like enough. And we scroll. I thought that my urgency for financial freedom and success was rooted in my desire to live a more fulfilling life, when really it was rooted in my own feelings of unworthiness. I believed that healing from everything I had been through would make me feel better. In reality, I was isolating myself from those who cared about me the most, focusing more on meditation, EFT tapping, and subliminals, feeling so lost and so empty. I was pushing myself so hard to create my dream life, but underneath it all was really me being unhappy with myself. I got tired of feeling like I wasn't good enough, and everything that I thought would make me feel better really just made me see how unlovable I felt. I'm not good enough to start a podcast or intuitive enough to have clients, and my voice sucks and no one cares about what I have to say, and I'm not as good as everyone else I look up to. Yet not once in this journey of self-actualization did I stop and ask myself, why am I doing this? Why am I trying so hard? This is not why I started this journey. I didn't tap into spirituality so I could fix myself, so I could eradicate every bad feeling, every negative thought, and every traumatic event. It wasn't so I could become some high vibrational, holy and healed person. It was so I could love myself, even if no one else loved me, even if no one else wanted to be around me or thought that I was weird. I love myself whether I do the dishes or not. Whether I sleep in or wake up early, whether I have acne or stretch marks, or whether I have a hard time speaking up. I love me, and my love goes beyond what I do, how I look, how much money I make, and whether I'm healing or not. My purpose for this workshop and for this podcast is not to help people become their best selves. We have enough of that, to be honest. It's to give you the courage to love yourself right here in this moment with all your flaws, quirks, traumas, and imperfections. And your lovability, yes, I know that's not a word, was never dependent on your performance, aka how perfect of a human you can be. Unconditional love is about loving yourself even when you don't want to, choosing yourself even if you don't want to. And so I bring you back to my original question. How have you loved yourself today? And maybe you haven't. Maybe you've never loved yourself, and maybe you don't know what that looks like. That's okay. You're welcome here. I pray that from my own journey, we can find who you are together, and in these episodes to come, you remember your completeness.